Michelle Krista Smith, actor, stuntwoman, speaker, educator. Today, we're not doing a staff tutorial. We're doing a bodywork tutorial, and we're learning forward illusions, and they look like this. I had to wear my leather jacket because my hair looks all cool. Leather jacket, illusions, they totally go together. Here's my disclaimer about illusions. They look cool, they're badass, they're quite simple when you understand the mechanics of it. However, they are a skill that requires a bit of space and opening in your hamstrings. So it's really, really important that you warm up your body. That means you have to stretch, you have to get your hamstrings mobile, you have to warm up your glutes, your stability, everything. This is not a skill for a very beginner. That being said, you do not need a 180-degree split in order to do your illusions. They are a dynamic skill, so that means just by the act of you moving, you're gonna put yourself in that range of motion. So that's why it's really important that you warm up first, because you're going to be extending and stretching your range of motion a little bit if you're super tight. However, you do not need to be able to swing your leg at 180 degrees. You can do a really nice illusion with your leg around 45, and that's okay. Your requirements are to be fairly close, if not flat, in your right or left leg splits, and have quite a bit of mobility in your straddle split. So if you're tight in any one of those areas, take the time to prepare yourself and gain that mobility before you start practicing your illusions. Now there are two types of illusions. There are forward illusions, which means that your hip is open for most of the time, like this. And then there's reverse illusions, which means that you cross the line and your hip is going to be closed on the other side. In this video, we're learning the forward side. Now the illusion is a centripetal skill. That means it's not a kick. The dynamic part of it is not getting your legs straight up to 180 degrees. Like I said, that doesn't actually really matter. What your most important goal is your foot that's swinging around, going all the way around and creating a circle like on a clock. The first step in our illusion is just to practice keeping our body and our leg connected. So we do not want to be breaking at the hips. I don't want to go body then leg or leg and then body. I want to be able to move both elements at the same time. That means I need a little bit of core strength to keep everything there. So when my leg goes up, my body goes down and vice versa. So the first drill I'm gonna have you do is starting facing the right side with your arms up in the air, pointing your back foot, and you're just gonna practice coming up and down. You do not have to kick as high as you can go. This is just about finding the connectivity and awareness within your body. Step two, we're gonna start drawing the circle of our illusion. Now, my good leg is my right leg, so that means that my right leg is my supporting leg and my left leg is going around in a circle. So what I'm gonna imagine is I'm gonna imagine that I have my favorite color of marker in between my toes, and my foot is starting just about at 7 o'clock here. So if this is 6, this is 7, and I wanna draw a circle with my left foot all the way around the clock, down the other side, and back to 7 o'clock. And this is going to be the only time that I'm gonna say, please put your hands on the ground. After this, we do not use our hands in our illusions ever. So I'm starting my foot at 7 o'clock. I'm gonna start by drawing it up the side. So it's going 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 if you can make it. Then I'm gonna turn towards the back. So I'm turning on my toes. My foot's going across the top to 12. I'm turning 180 degrees. Now my foot is coming down through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back to 7. This is the slowest part. I just want you to understand the circle that your flying foot is taking. So again, you can turn to the side. I'm starting at 7, goes up through 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, across the top, down through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back to 7. It is so important that this foot lands in the exact same position that it started. Once you've done those 2 drills and practiced the shape that your leg is going to create, then you can start moving on to the full illusion skill. And I want to remind you that it is not a kick, it's actually a swing. So that left leg, in my case, I'm swinging my left leg, I'm swinging it up and around and through. That's my main priority. I'm not really thinking about getting it as high as it can go. I'm thinking about creating that centripetal force. Now you can use your arms to help you in an illusion. I usually put my arms in a low V. That means they're out of the way. They're not getting in the way of any staff or sword or stick that I'm using. And they look nice back here. It's nice and clean. Like I said, I do not want you touching the floor at all. You need to start right from the beginning of learning your illusions, of keeping your hands away from the floor. They're not going to help you. You're not going to find the balance and the swing of your illusion if you keep putting your hands down. Even for balance, I'd rather you put your foot down first than your hand. I'm gonna come up and over, and then as I go down, that's when you're gonna swing into that low V. And once you understand all of those mechanics, you're pretty much ready to go to start your illusion. Again, no hands, making sure that your left foot or the foot that you're kicking is the one that you're prioritizing of swinging through. And then you just hope for the best. What you're looking for is your sweet spot of how much energy to give into the supporting leg and to turn on that's gonna get your foot back to where it started. Now, there's a couple little problem areas that you're probably gonna run into. One is you might find that you're losing your balance halfway between your beginning and your ending of your illusion, so you end up over here. And that might just mean that you're putting too much weight into your toes, so you're sending a lot of weight forward rather than down and through the other side, because you want your body to go straight down and it's coming across the back and up to this side. So if you find that you're losing your balance, that means you're sending your energy forward. Another thing that you might find is that when you do your illusion, you're trying really hard to stand up and you're arching your chest to get yourself back up to the start. And all that means is you're not prioritizing your foot as the leader of the circle. You're trying to get your chest there first. So it might be easier for you to remember that you want to watch this foot come down to the floor after you finish your illusion, before you bring your chest up. Because remember, the flying foot is the priority in your illusion. So I'm going to watch it come to the floor, then I'm going to stand up. To review, you're creating a circle on a clock with your swinging leg. Your body is just a result of that leg swinging. I'm going to turn my chest, my body's going down, I have to keep my weight right over top of my foot, my leg is coming up all the way to 12 o'clock. I'm going to swing my body through to the other side because that leg's coming over the top. This leg comes down, that means I need to bring my chest up and come up to the other side. Your priority is your foot making the swing, your body just follows. So that's pretty much it for a forward illusion tutorial. There's actually not a lot to it. It's more about the mechanics and practicing the skill. It's one of those skills that you need to be doing over and over and over again until it is in your body and automatic. And please make sure, if you do not have open hamstrings and you don't have that mobility available to you, illusions are probably not the skill for you. Of course, if you want to work on that mobility, go for it. But right now, if it's not there, if you're not at least decently close to a split, please don't try illusions. You're not going to get anything out of it. You're probably just going to hurt yourself. And before we go, hit that subscribe button down there and give me a thumbs up and a comment. Tell me what you liked about this tutorial or anything else you'd like to see. I really love and appreciate all of your feedback. So that's it for me. Happy forward illusioning. Please make sure you stretch before you do it, and I'll see you on the next video.